Well, as we showed you earlier in the newscast, Central Plains and Midwest preparing for yet another round of severe weather this afternoon and tonight. We're being protected by this ridge of high pressure here across the southeast United States, serving as a blocking mechanism, keeping this mid-level disturbance pushed towards the north. But the next system waiting in the wings, this big area of low pressure here starting to move into the Pacific Northwest, will eventually break down our ridge and bring us our cold front over Sunday morning. So you'll notice the array here of watch boxes, tornado and severe thunderstorm across those areas that were already hard hit yesterday. Another round heading their way for the rest of today. As you take a look at the water vapor loop, what we got going on here is a big dip in the jet stream. So that is right here, and then it comes back up and over. This bump in the jet stream is the ridge, and that is what is being felt by us with the warm temperatures and the mainly dry conditions. And so we're seeing some fluctuation with that ridge a little bit because this mid-level disturbance has kind of pushed it a little bit farther towards the east. It's opened the door for some spotty showers for us, but really what's going to happen is as this bypasses the ridge, still stays in place here across the deep south as we go in towards the end of the week. So as it moves back kind of overhead on Friday, it's going to cut off any rain chance, and it'll stick around that way for most of Saturday as well. But the storm system that was off the Pacific Northwest, as it moves east across the country, you see the big dip in the jet stream, and that's going to be tied to our cold front that's going to arrive on Sunday morning. So we're going to start to feel the impacts of that, and then the ridge displays back towards the west, begins to move back towards our area as we go into a portion of early next week. So here's fast forwarding futurecast to Saturday morning. Most of Saturday expected to stay dry. We're not really going to start to see some rain until we get deeper into the night. Think more or less just kind of prior to midnight. So I think outdoor plans on Saturday are going to be just fine. Just prepare for the heat. We're going to see daytime highs in the upper 80s. As the rains move in, we were thinking they would begin to fizzle out. Latest runs of the European and GFS model hold together a good chunk of this rain, so rain chances may have to be bumped a little bit further up. I went from 40% at noon to 50% now here at 4 o'clock, so scattered to numerous showers expected. You still see how some of that rain falls apart as we go from the morning into the afternoon. So most of our rain on Sunday going to be confined to the morning hours. So Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening plans outside should be a-okay. We just may have to deal with a little bit more soggy ground than I first anticipated. And then as we get into Sunday evening, Sunday night into Monday, that northerly wind flow is going to bring in some cooler air as we look towards the afternoon and early morning start on Monday. So look at the footprint of rainfall from the European model, now suggesting upwards of an inch of rainfall. Yesterday it was a half of an inch. Now it's up to maybe some inch rainfall totals across southwestern Mississippi near the state line. And then here across Metro Baton Rouge and surrounding to the southeast, still decreasing rain amounts. But now we were talking about less than a quarter of an inch. Now we're maybe talking about half of an inch of rainfall or less across our local area. So again, the nighttime rain chance on Sunday, probably before many of us are already heading to bed essentially. And then rains linger into Sunday morning before we taper them off going into the afternoon and evening. So bottom line, neither Saturday nor Sunday a washout. If you got afternoon plans on Saturday, just prepare for the heat. If you got plans on Sunday, morning plans may need the rain gear. Afternoon and evening plans are a go, and it's going to be feeling quite nice. That's because we're going to see a noticeable temperature change tied to this front. So highs mid to upper 80s. It's not record territory. That's actually in the low 90s for the next 3 days. And then we drop off to the 70s for daytime highs for Sunday and Monday. And notice a few of these morning starts, low 50s, so comfortably cool. But bottom line, yeah, it's going to be some nice weather to start next week before we see maybe some unsettled weather try to return by the midpoint of next week.